So today I will be talking about an algorithm with the name of bubble sort. It's an basics sorting algorithm. So let's see how it works and how it goes. So first of all, how bubble sort an array. It does it by comparing two adjacent element and then swapping it. So for an example, we have an unsorted array over here, which we will be sorting. So what it does, it first checks that the adjacent element of an element is lesser than. If we are sorting in the descending order, it will be checking that if the adjacent element of an current element is lesser than, then it will swap. So you can see that in the first step, the one was lesser than 5, so it swap its split with the 1, and then it uh, compares 5 with the 6 because 5 have now come to the first index. So when it's compare 5 with 6, 6 was greater than, so nothing was swapped. The third part, you can see that now the 6 is greater than 2, so again the elements will be swapped, and so on will it go for the first iteration. After the first iteration, you can see we have still an unsorted list with like 1, 5, 2, 4, 3, 6. So this process will continue until the whole list will be sorted. Here we have an kind of an pseudocode or an idea how we will go about it before we start into actual coding. So we have an unsorted list over here. Then we will loop until it is sorted. Then we will loop over each element because we want to compare them. Then we will compare the adjacent element. If the next element is greater than the current element, for example, we have over this, the one was, this is for the descending one, so we will see that if the next element is smaller than the current element, it will swap them. So, and then swap them. So let's go to the Visual Basics and then code our concept. Okay, so let me create a function with the name of bubble sort. With the perimeter list underscore array, this will be the parameter we will be taking the array, and then we will have the uh, length of our array stored in the variable. So we will get length uh, list a -1. So why did I did -1 was because the length is a function which returns the total number of elements in an array. But if you go to the final index of an list, it's usually it's uh, total number of an element -1. So what I'm trying to say is this: if I have a list, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the length A would return me 6 because I have 6 elements. But if you want to have the index number of the 6, it's actually 5 because the index starts from 0, 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we have to do -1 because 6 will be written and the index number of the last element would be 5. Get this? Then let me make a variable which will store the status of the its initially first. It will store the status of the array that's sorted or not, while not sorted. While not sort, and then then I have done this part, loop over each element now. So if I want to loop over each element, I want to know the current index on an element, which will be 0, and then n. That's right. The sixth current element is greater than the next element. So if I is greater than this, now this should be something in. So let's take an example list. Not list. See a PS list for this. Oh, I create on the list, not the function. So you can see previously it was not sorted and now it's sorted. The last recap how we did it is first the maiden function with the name of bubble sort. It has the perimeter list A, and then we store the index, the number of elements -1 in the list. Then what we did, we made an status variable, or you can say which stores the current status of the loop, that's sorted or not. Then we loop till it was sorted. Then if the loop was sorted, then we may switch that status variable to true, because later if the list is not sorted, we will set it to false. Okay. Then we iterate over each element from 0 to n till the n was the last element in the index. Okay. So if the current element of list A is greater than list plus 1, so it will swap them and then sort. So this will go on until the whole list was sorted, and then it will return the list A. And then there's a simple print function of this sorted list. You can see that the unsorted list is being converted into sorted list using this algorithm. So if you want this same algorithm, first what you see, I've also made a video and checked it out. There might be a link in the description. So thank you for this video and hope you understood it.